We're celebrating another huge opening night on Broadway. Academy Award winner Jessica Chastain is back on Broadway in the incredible revival of A Doll's House. We caught up with the stars opening night.
Well, it's so emotional for me. I was this girl that grew up in Northern California, and it's my first love, theater, you know. And I used to record the Tonys on my VHS and dream of I never really thought that I would get to be on Broadway, but I dreamed of being at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in their company, and I always imagined I would be doing theater, and that's what my career would be, and that would be a dream come true. The memories of being the child and imagining and dreaming. And I used to get American Theater Magazine. I might have been the only 12-year-old or 11-year-old who had the subscription to American Theater Magazine in Sacramento, California. So it was very special.
Yeah, I mean, so many men have seen the show and they're like, I think I behave that way. And they didn't maybe realize that they just maybe shouldn't. We live in a very patriarchal society from 3,000 years to from the beginning of time. And it's hard for us to unpack that because we don't even realize what we're doing. And when Nora, at the end of the play, played unbelievably by Jessica Chastain, realizes what's going on, it's a realization for all of us. We are all a part of a system that is perpetuating something that is completely unnecessary and really actually just random at times. Why are we doing these rules the way that we have to do these rules? So in a way, I think the play, I wish one day these words of this play is dated. I would wish one day Doll's House is dated.
It's really a really complex psychological play, and what is very, very interesting about it is that if you really unpick every human interaction, there's always this sense that we always want to be approved of by the other person. And often the other person is trying to control us or try and keep us in a particular box or keep our behavior in a way that is palatable to them. And that's clearly what happens with Nora. That she's really, bending her behavior, bending her approach to life to suit somebody else. And of what is so powerful about what Nora does is to say, no, I've had enough of that. I'm going to go and find out who I really am, what I really believe in, what my tastes and opinions are as an individual person. And I think it's a very difficult but inspiring lesson that we all need to walk out the door, live in the world on our own terms, try and become our own person. We often say that, don't we? Learn to become our own person and not constantly rely on someone else to validate us. Very difficult work, really challenging, but if we can all do that, and if we can take that away from the experience of the play, then all the better.